right, let's get things going. That, and we just need to get that. Send this out real quick. Everybody knows we're going live. Okay, that's going up. Good. Go ahead, kill that. Close that down. Okay, very cool. Okay, and with that, I think we are just about ready to start. Okay, well, not a whole lot of preamble today. We're just going to get right into the gaming. Not a whole lot of anything has happened news-wise. We haven't gotten our banned list going yet, so we don't know what, if anything, is going to be banned this season. But for now, that's not something we need to worry about. All right, let's reconnect. All right, let's take a little peek here. So, not much, if anything, has changed in the deck. This is the deck that we are still playing. We are running 2 Elusive Otter, 4 Sleight of Hand, 4 Storm Chaser's Talent, 4 Monastery Swift Spear, 4 Shock, 2 Demand Answers, 3 Demonic Ruckus, 4 Lightning Strike, 4 Scalding Viper, 4 Slick Shot Show Off, 3 Slick Sequence, 4 Islands, 6 Mountains, 4 Eroded Canyon, 4 Shivan Reef, and 4 Spire Bluff Canal. So that is it. We are still playing this deck, and it has been doing quite well for us lately. The 57% win rate that we were rocking before is a little outdated because I have been playing a lot on my phone, and that actually is what got us into Diamond. So we are currently Diamond Tier 4 with just a couple pips in there. And we have 5 days in which to see how far we can get. The hope and the dream is to get to Mythic with this, for all intents and purposes, upgraded starter deck. But we'll see if we can get there. So, let's go play some games. Let's get some music going. Some copyright-free music. I'm honestly quite surprised that Skyrim music is copyright-free, because it's so good. Okay, we have a Spire Bluff Canal, an island, 2 Sleight of Hand, a Monastery Swift Spear, Scalding Viper, and Slick Shot Show Off. And we get to go first. I mean, that's pretty good. So, let's go for it. Let's see if our opponent is mulliganing at all. Looks like they are not. So I'm just going to hit them with a nice little hello. Swift Spear comes in, and we attack for 1. Alright, I'm going to play as a Restless Fortress. Comes into play tapped. I'm going to go ahead and play this island. And then... Now, do we want to shoot off the Slick Shot for next turn? We don't really need to cast the Sleight of Hands right now. So what we'll do is we'll attack for 1. And then we're going to plot the Slick Shot for a potentially great turn next turn. See what they do. Okay, they play a Ruin Lurker Bat. Alright. So I'm going to play this mountain. And then I'm going to play this Slick Shot into this Sleight of Hand. Okay, that's going to get me Demand Answers or Lightning Strike. I'm thinking Lightning Strike, but I'm also thinking of using Steam Clean to get that off the table. And now we attack for a bunch. Boom, give him to 10. And that was enough. That was enough to get us there. Very cool. Oftentimes a player's just going to fold. Alright. Well, that's 1 win. Let's see if we can make it 2. Raccoon folk are wanderers, allowing their whims and desire for self-discovery to take them on adventures all over Valley, though they don't tend to make stable homes. Uh-oh. It's the Hugger. Okay, so we got an Eroded Canyon, Spirebluff Canal, Elusive Otter, Sleight of Hand, Storm Chaser's Talent, Demand Answers, and Scalding Viper. I think we're going to open with Spirebluff Canal into Elusive Otter, so that we can play the Storm Chaser's Talent on 2. Alright, yeah, I'll keep the 7. Alright, fun play is a Black Cleave Cliffs into Iridescent Vine Lasher. Okay. Alright, so we already know what kind of deck we're up against. So we're going to go Canal into Elusive Otter. Okay, play a land, and I take 1 from the Iridescent Vine Lasher, and 1 from the Jagged Barrens. I will not block. Alright, let's see here. Whenever it attacks, deals 1 damage. Okay, so I'm going to go with the island first, and then we're going to go Storm Chaser's Talent. Then we're going to go Sleight of Hand. Yeah, I guess we'll take that other Storm Chaser's Talent. And then we'll attack for 3. Pop. This is going to be a race. Hey. Relax, dude. Okay. Uses Cut Down. Be Ryan. Don't need to be screaming. Yeah, no blocks. Alright, my turn. So we're gonna go with the mountain. And then we're gonna go Storm Chaser's Talent. Okay. Makes me another otter. And then we're going to attack for 2. I don't want to use the Scalding Viper on the Iridescent Vine Lasher in the chance that they draw a land so they can Offspring it next turn. +2/+0, lifelink, and indestructible. Okay, very cool. So even if I use Demand Answers right now to make it a 3, it'll still be big enough to kill my guy, which is fine. So he's going to come out on top this time. I am going to play the Scalding Viper. Because so far they have not played a single thing over 3 mana. Not like they could, though. They only have 2 lands. I'm expecting them to use a removal spell on Scalding Viper right now. Oh, and there it is. And they convoked to make it happen. Okay, so let's go Shivan Reef. And then we're going to go Demand Answers, discarding the Eroded Canyon. Okay, we get 2 more cards. Very cool. We're going to plot Mr. Slicky. And then we're going to attack for 2. Now it's our opponent's turn. Yep. Are they still stuck on 2 lands? It looks like they are. Oh, they might be able to do something. Yeah, they're going off. All right, that's cool. So, here's what we'll do. We will play Slick Shot Show Off. Then we will play. Let's see, what's the ward cost there? It's 2 life. Okay, so we are going to do. The spell from Scalding Viper to get rid of that. Yes, I'll pay the 2 life to make it happen. Resolve. Take action. Okay, goes away. Then we are going to Lightning Strike Flame Cash Gecko. Okay, goes bye-bye. Then we are going to attack for 8, put you down to 10. Okay, they finally got some lands. Oof. Now they're Stoke the Flames. Interesting. Alright, go to 6. Alright, so let's go play this island. And then we're going to play Sleight of Hand. Slick Sequence. Slick Sequence or Lightning Strike. I think the Slick Sequence just to get me another card. Okay. Use the Slick Sequence on the Iridescent Fine Lasher. Very cool. Okay. And then I'm going to play the Scalding Viper and attack for 3. This is a very close game. Very close. Alright, use Cut Down. You lose a life for casting it. They play Gev. Alright, deals 1 to me, and 1 more. Okay, we got a shock. Now, let's see here. So if we play the Slick Shot, it'll come in as a 1. If we do 2, that will be, yeah, I think so. Let's see. Alright, let's go ahead and play the Slick Shot Show Off. Now, if we shock the Gev, it'll allow both of them to come through. But we'll have to pay 2 life to make it happen. But then there's the Hired Claw. So I think what we need to do is we need to shock the Hired Claw. And then we are going to attack with the Slick Shot Show Off. We're going to hold back the Otter. Because next turn, I can use Storm Chaser's talent. Oh, never mind. They got the burn. What I was going to say is you can use the level up on Storm Chasers to get shock back. And that would have been us winning. But a lot of the times, these games come down to a difference of a single turn. Either they win this turn, or you win next turn. Or vice versa. That's just how these games come down sometimes. Okay, we're up against Coyote. Okay, opponent goes first. We only have 1 land, so this is not a keepable hand. Let's mulligan that. Okay, that's even worse. So, 1 island, Elusive Otter, Sleight of Hand. So we're gonna have to keep this. We don't really have a choice. Alright, opponent plays a Forest into Valley Might Caller. So they may have already won. Okay, we did get a land though. So let's play Mountain into Swift Spear and attack for 1. Play Plains. Okay, so this is a Rabbit deck. The Rabbit deck is really good. Well, it's really good against us. It may not be a very good deck on its own. Okay, so we're going to play this island. And then we're going to play Sleight of Hand. And do we going to play Sleight of Hand? Or do we want to play the Storm Chaser's Talent? I think... Yeah, this is actually a difficult decision. So, we got the Storm Chaser's Talent, the Elusive Otter, the Sleight of Hand. We also have Lightning Strike and Scalding Viper. So I think what we're going to do is we're actually going to use the Steam Clean to put that back in your hand. And then we're going to attack for 2. Okay, they did not block. I was actually kind of hoping they would, because those rabbits can get out of hand real fast. Alright, Value My Collar again. Seasoned Warren Guard. What's that do? Whenever it attacks while you control a token... Here, get back up here. Gets +2/+2 till the turn. Okay, that's fine. Alright, so now we kind of have to do Sleight of Hand in hopes of getting a land. Okay, there's a land. We'll take that. Alright, now let's play that land. And then we're going to do Slick Sequence on the Value My Collar. Draw another card. Alright, now we attack for 3. Okay, they take that 3. Creosote Heath. Alright, deals 1 damage to us. Royal Guard Mentor. Now that's the card that's going to make things difficult. We need to get rid of that quickly. Alright, so here's what we'll do. Let's go ahead and play... We'll start with Sleight of Hand. Okay, that's going to get us Slick Shot and Shock. I actually want the Slick Shot. Okay, and then what we'll do here is we will... Do we Shock? I mean, that's a good question. I think we actually just Lightning Strike that right now. Get it off the table. And then we'll attack for 3. They only have 3 cards left. As long as we can keep their blockers off the table, I think we'll be good. Alright, let's play another Seasoned Warren Guard. Sacrifice the cake. Get another token. Alright, Warren Guard gets a +1. Alright, so here's what we'll do. We will Storm Chaser's Talent. Get a +1. We'll follow that up with Shock right there. And then we'll play the Elusive Otter. And we'll attack for 3. Puts him 11. Now this could be dangerous if they have some kind of pump spell. Alright, they play another Carrot Cake. Make a token. You see, this would be the perfect kind of deck to play a deal 1 to all enemies card. That would be pretty great. Yeah. Let's see here. So that's 3, 4, 5. No blocks. Go to 3. Alright, let's go and play this mountain. Then let's see here. So we don't have any spells to pump with right now, which kind of sucks. So instead, we're going to plot and play a Scalding Viper. And right now we're not going to attack, as we only have 3 health left. They have 14. It's not going to do us any good. Yeah. Okay, so we block there, we block there, we block there, and we block there. Oh, okay. Well, it's a good thing we blocked. Not that it mattered, though. They still outran us. Is what it is. Yeah, the rabbit deck is really, really solid against us. Just because we don't have a good way of clearing their board. It was not necessary. Hey, relax. You okay? All right, what do we got here? So we have 2 Shivan Reefs, so that's going to hurt us. But we do have a pretty decent hand here. The opponent goes first, gives us an opportunity to draw a basic land. So we'll keep it and see what happens. Keep 7. Okay, they play a Restless Fortress. So they are in Orzhov at the very least. So we'll play the Elusive Otter to open. I'm expecting a removal of some kind right now. Oh no, it's an Elos. That's fine. Alright, so let's go ahead and play this Shivan Reef. And then, let's see here. We'll play the Monastery Swift Spear. Pay it. And we'll Sleight of Hand. Get that Lightning Strike. Attack with both of those. They let it through. Okay. Zorlane. Alright. Take that too. Alright. Let's see here. We'll play another Shivan Reef. And then we're going to play... Let's see here. We'll plot this Demonic Ruckus. Then we will Lightning Strike the Zorlane. Zorlane goes bye-bye. We attack. Now we'll be able to play the Demonic Ruckus next turn and chain that into Slick Sequence for their Elos. Lunar Convocation. At the beginning of your end step, if you gained life this turn, each opponent loses 1 life. At the beginning of your end step, if you gained and lost life this turn, create a bat. Okay, cool. So let's go ahead. Demonic Ruckus right here. Okay, now we will Slick Sequence into this right here. And yes, I will pay for it. Take action. Cool. Alright, play the Spirebluff Canal, Monastery Swift Spear. Attack for a bunch. Opponent goes to 6. So it's 6 versus 5. Let's see if they can kill us this turn. Arena. Pay 2 life, draw a card. Oh, they will not be killing us. I think they just kind of ran out of options there. I did have fun that game. That was an interesting deck to put to see. It's actually a deck that I want to try my hand at building myself. It's the whole like aristocrats drain life kind of deck. It does look like a pretty good deck, and it's not a deck that specifically has to be a Bats deck. RJM Gentleman. Interesting. Alright. Eroded Canyon, Island, and Shivan Reef. Slick Shot, 2 Shocks, and a Slick Sequence. I think I'll keep it. And we get to go first, so I think we're going to play that Eroded Canyon on 1. And we'll plot the Slick Shot on 2. And then, if possible, pop off on turn 3 with a plotted Slick Shot. Alright, opponent plays a Swamp into a Hopeless Nightmare. Okay, that's not great. That's fine, we'll discard this island. So they're playing discard. So we'll go Shivan Reef into plot. Hopefully they're not playing Hostile Negotiation. That would suck. Okay, so let's see here. Let's go ahead. We will play the Slick Shot into the Sleight of Hand. Let's see that removal spell. Okay, give me Give me the Scalding Viper, actually. Okay. And next. I'm waiting to see it cut down. Disfigure, you say? Okay, that's fine. It is now disfigured. And I will plot my Demonic Ruckus. This is going to be a hard deck to beat. If they're playing just a bunch of removal and discard spells, it's going to be pretty hard. Okay, so let's go here. Mountain. Then we will play the Scalding Viper. Alright, Viper is here. Let's see that removal spell. Looks like they're gonna scry. Okay. Resolve. Resolve again. Okay, just waiting for them to make their decision. Looks like they kept both on top. Interesting. Okay, play at Fountain Port and at Karavak. Alright, they lose 1 life. Resolve. Pass. Alright, my turn. Okay, so we will go ahead and open with Demonic Ruckus on the Scalding Viper. Wait for their removal spell. Okay, there you go. That's gone. Then we'll play Storm Chaser's Talent. And then we'll Slick Sequence you for 2. Okay, again, it is a sleight of hand. Aquasauce. That's not good. That might just be them winning the game. So we are not good at dealing with that. Well, let's see here. Let's go and plot it out. I mean, I don't think I'm going to be able to race an Aquasauce. Yeah, let's just move on to our next game. The 4 power lifelink is not good. Yeah. Alright, let's keep going. Hug Sylve. Interesting name. Okay, so we have a Shivan Reef and an Eroded Canyon, 2 Sleight of Hand, a Slick Sequence, a Shock, and a Slick Shot. And we get to go first, so I think we'll keep this. Alright, Eroded Canyon comes down first. 1 damage to the opponent. Let's see what we're up against here. Red and green. Interesting. Alright, let's go Shivan Reef. Grab the Shivan Reef, there we go. And we will Slicky. Alright, they play another Rugged Highlands, gain a life. Okay, so let's go ahead and we will play the Slick Shot show off. And then we will Sleight of Hand. Get +2. And I think we'll take the Storm Chaser's Talent. But we'll Sleight of Hand 1 more time in hopes of getting a land. That's not a land. We'll take the Lightning Strike this time. Alright, attack for 5. They play another tapped land. They got a lot of tapped lands over there. Deal 3 damage. Alright, let's see here. So we're going to play 2 Storm Chaser's Talent. Actually, what I'll do is I will plot the Demonic Ruckus instead. We are a little strapped for mana right now. I played a Fabled Passage. Fabled Passage is a great card. Alright, get a Forest into play. Play Geological Appraiser. Nice. I love Geological Appraiser. Okay. You get Moira, the Trash Tactician. Interesting. Alright, so what we'll do here is we will play the Demonic Ruckus, and then follow up with the Slick Sequence to eliminate that, make it so they can't block. Hopefully we can draw land off that. We did! Hell yeah. Alright, let's go and play the island. Play the Storm Chaser's Talent. Now he's going to hit for 5. And that gives us another Otter. Alright, you're up. They get to add red or green for each raccoon they control. So that's 1. So they're ramping up to 7 this turn. Trumpeting Carnosaur. Alright. Into Geological Appraiser. Nice. I like it. I'm liking what I'm seeing here. Bramble Familiar. Interesting. Okay, they attack for 2. Can't do anything about it. Alright, so let's see here. Let's go Shock here. Into Slick Sequence here. Cool, that gets us a land. Okay, then we'll play the Eroded Canyon. Deal 1, and then attack for 4. Hopefully they don't play another Carnosaur. Another Geological Appraiser. A lot of Discover here. Wandering Mentor. What does that do? Whenever you expend 4, put a +1/+1 counter on it. Okay. Oh, they killed my guy. That's very mean. No blocks. Okay. So let's see here. We're definitely not bouncing the Trumpeting Carnosaur. That's for certain. Let's see. Well, let's go and play the Spiral of Canal, and I can't deal 13 damage this turn. That's just not happening. So we can deal 6, 7, 8, 9. We do 9 total. It's just not enough. So that is going to be this game being over. That kind of sucked, though. We're off to a good start. But they caught up real fast with all that Discover. Alright, let's go again. Interesting. Red-green Discover deck. Pretty cool. Filipasso. Alright, Filipasso, let's see what you bring to the table. Alright, so we have Eroded Canyon, Island, and Mountain. We have Sleight of Hand, Slick Sequence, Lightning Strike, and Slick Shot Show Off. I will keep. Alright, we get to go first, so we're going to go Eroded Canyon on 1, and we'll plot the Slick Shot on 2. Play Swamp into Hopeless Snipe. It's this deck again. Great. Alright, let's get rid of the Island. Okay, we got a Mountain. So play Mountain into Slick Shot Show Off. Yeah, playing against this deck has become pretty annoying just because it's so predictable. Alright, so he's either going to take the Slick Sequence or the Lightning Strike. The discard deck is really good. I'm not going to argue that. I just don't like playing against it. But again, like, I don't know if I would make it mono black though. Okay. Make your choice. Okay. So he took my lightning strike. Cool. Alright, let's go mountain. Let's go slick shot. Let's go slick sequence. Nuke it. Cool. Gave me a Storm Chaser's talent. And unfortunately I don't have any blue mana, so you're just gonna take 3 this turn. Opponent plays a swamp, so up to 3 now. What are they gonna play? A Sheoldred's Edict. Alright. Goodbye to my creature. Negotiation. Alright, so let's discard a card. And that card is going to be Sleight of Hand. Alright, so we have Eroded Canyon. That's great. Then we're going to play Elusive Otter. And we're going to keep some mana open for Lightning Strike. Play Swamp into Bandit's Talent, huh? Great. Alright. So we have to discard a card. So we'll discard Storm Chaser's Talent. Yep, go to level 2 immediately. Such a good card. Bandit's Talent is way too good. Yeah. Lose 2 life. Draw a card. Okay. So let's go ahead and bounce Bandit's Talent. And then we'll pay 3 to deal 3 to you. And pay 2 to do 3 to you. And then we'll attack for 3, which is a 9. I'm hoping they don't have a 5th land and a Bat God in their hand. That would really suck. Now, thankfully, my hand is now empty, so they can't make me discard anymore. Alright, they play a Sheoldred. Cute. Yeah. Alright, so let's go ahead and play the Monastery Swift Spear, play the Scalding Viper, and pass the turn. Sheoldred still is the nuts, unfortunately. Take 1. Go to level 2. Attack with the Sheoldred. Oh no, I chose not to attack. Alright, cool. So let's go here. We're gonna bounce your Sheoldred. Then we're gonna attack. Then we're gonna play Scalding Viper. Scalding Viper for the bounce is pretty good. But we'll see what they do with that mana. They play another Sheoldred. Alright, cool. Alright, so it's gonna come down to this next draw. We need to draw some damage. Or a Scalding Viper. Perfect. Off you go. And there's the concede. I knew I wasn't going to get to attack. Alright. So far, we're struggling to make any progress. It's win a game, lose a game, win a game, lose a game, win a game, lose a game. So it is making me question whether or not we're going to be able to make any headway with this. We were doing really well this morning. Right now it's getting kind of iffy. Okay, so we get to go first. We have 2 Swift Spears. I think we'll keep it. Alright, first up is the Spirebluff Canal into Monastery Swift Spear. We'll attack for 1. See what we're up against here. A Oak Hollow Village, so green's something. So let's go ahead and play Mountain into Swift Spear, into Sleight of Hand. I'll get us a Slick Shot. I'll definitely take that. Attack for 4. Beauregard Mentor. Okay, so it's rabbits. Alright, let's go and play this right here. And then I'm going to attack for 2 and see if they try to block. Do not. So that's fine. So we're going to go ahead. We're going to get Slicky. Plot it off. Another green land into Sanguine Evangelist. That's fine. I can knock out that bat. Let's go Shivan Reef into Slick Shot, into Slick Sequence. Draw a card off that. Then we will Slick Sequence the Beauregard Mentor. This is another land. And then we will crash in, and we win! Hooray! That went a lot better than the last time we went up against that deck. Clement the Worrywart. The frog deck is so silly. It's a really silly deck. It looks like fun. But I don't know if I would build it in the same way that a lot of other people are building it. The way I've seen people build it, like they build it as like a mostly creature, like critical mass self-bounce build with like very little interaction. That's just not a very good, at least not to me, it's not a very good play style. I think if I were to play frogs, I would play it probably Bant with like a lot of like flicker effects. Play the Spirebluff Canal. And I would play it flicker style, just because I don't like recasting my stuff over and over. Alright, so our opponent is blue and black for some reason. Alright, my turn. Alright, this is getting there. Let's play Slick Shot. Plot it. Play an island into a Valley Rockcaller. Menace. When Rockcaller attacks, each opponent loses X life and you gain X life, where X is the number of other squirrels, bats, lizards, and rats you control. Interesting. Alright, so let's go here. And let's go ahead and play the Slick Shot. And then I'm going to Scalding Viper to bounce the Valley Rockcaller. And then also play Storm Chaser's Talent. And we will attack for 5. Alright. Play an Underground River. Disfigure. Disfigure is really popular lately. Probably because it kills Slick Shots. Alright, Valley Rockcaller is back. Alright. So, let's see here. We are going to... What are we going to do here? I'm going to cast Demand Answers, discarding the Slick Sequence. There we go. Get another land. So I'm going to play that land. And do we shock? I'll tell you what, let's attack first and see what they do. Do they block? They do not block. Alright, sweet. Alright, so they take that, and I'm going to... Do we play the Scalding Viper, or do we... I think we plot the Slick Shot here. Izumi Informant. You discard a card. Alright, I will discard Mountain. Yep. Ow. Alright, my turn. So let's go here with the Slick Shot Show Off. Then we will go Shock, right there on the Izumi Informant. They're going to disfigure the Slick Shot. as expected. And that goes away. Then I'm going to play... Do I want to play the Demonic Ruckus or the Scalding Viper? I think we want the Scalding Viper right now, and then we'll plot the Demonic Ruckus, just to make sure that they don't have any discard targets. Hit for 2. Gain a life. Dismal Backwater putting in work. Shoreline Looter. Lose life. So 2. Can't be blocked. Threshold. When it deals combat damage to a player, draw a card, then discard a card unless you have 7 or more cards. They only have 3 cards right now. Okay, that's fine. There's another life. Alright, my turn. Let's go ahead. We're going to play the Demonic Ruckus right here. And then we're going to play the Eroded Canyon, slap you for 1. Then deal 3. And then I'm just going to pass the turn, as I don't want to go to level 2, put a card in my hand just for them to make me discard. Karamonics, interesting. Okay, they got 3 little rats. Karamonics is pretty good. Yeah. So is Valley Rockcaller. Alright, so let's see here. Let's go ahead. It'll cost 4 to get us there. That'll give us back a shock, which is not that great. And they also have Nezumi Informant in hand. So what I'll do is I will kill Karamonics. And then attack for 3 from the 6. Ooh, another rock color. This is gonna get nasty. Okay, so they're just straight up rats mid-range. Nice. I like it. I don't like that though. Alright, cool. Let's go to level 2. We'll get... How much mana do I have open? I got 2. Alright, well, give me a slick sequence. Let's go ahead and pop that just so I can attack safely. Doesn't matter because we're still dead anyways. Hit for 3, and that is game. GG. Don't hit the mic. Alright, let's go again. It is pretty cutthroat up here in Diamond, not gonna lie. Alright, so what do we got now? So, opponent goes first this time. We have a lot of damage in our hand, and no creatures, so I think we're going to mulligan that. Okay, that's a little bit better. We'll keep that, and I think we'll send the mountain back. Keep 6. Send the mountain back. This deck really only needs 2 to 3 lands tops. We'll probably draw one off our first turn. Ah, son of a bitch. You know, just seeing that makes me want to just stop playing. I'm really dislike discard. I dislike being on the receiving end of discard. It's just not fun to play against. Yeah, okay, we're gonna go to the next game. Okay, thanks, bye. Is it possible to beat? Absolutely. I just don't like playing against it. But it is such a common deck right now. I have been seeing people doing is, like, at least in sideboards, is people have been putting Obstinate Baloth in their sideboard for that deck, even if they don't have any green mana in their deck. Just because that deck is so damn common right now in ladder. Alright, opponent goes first. Eroded Canyon, 2 islands. Monastery Swiftspear, Shock, and 2 lightning strikes. I will keep. It is unfortunate that our only red source comes into play tapped, though. Alright, we're up against rabbits. Alright, let's go ahead and play the Eroded Canyon. Deal 1 damage. Play a Valley Might Caller. Take 2. Okay, Spire Bluff Canal. That's good. Alright, let's go and play the Swift Spear. Then we will attack for 1 and see what they do. Okay, I did not see any blocks, so I'm gonna smack that right now. To play a quest caller. What does that do? Whenever 1 or more other rabbits, bats, birds, and or mice you control enter scry 1, and others get a bonus. Okay, that's cool. And this just gets +1 counters when you play things. Okay, let's see here. Let's go ahead and play the Storm Chaser's talent. And then we're going to follow up with a Lightning Strike on the Valley Might Caller. And then we will attack for 3. Alright, opponent goes to 14. We play Plains into Get Lost on the enchantment. How peculiar. Because, like, typically, the enchantment I don't care about. Alright, let's see here. Let's go ahead and play Island and play Slick Shot. We're just going to cast it this turn. I'm going to play Sleight of Hand. And give me... Do you want the Scalding Viper or the Slick Sequence? I think we want the Scalding Viper against this deck. Okay, and then we're going to use the map token on Slicky. Okay, that gives us a mountain. Alright, attack. Opponent goes to 7. We are at 13. Let's see what they do. Hop to it. Make 3 little guys. That's a good thing we got the Scalding Viper. Alright. Oh, very nice. Okay, so here's what we'll do. We will Steam Queen the token. Then we will Lightning Strike the Valley Quest Caller. Yeah, he saw where this is going. Alright, well, we got our little pip back. Hey, we finished our quest. What do you know? Ooh, we got a little moss-covered orb. Alright, let's play another. The way that we aren't really making any headway right now is making me feel like I want to go back to the drawing board on this just a little bit. Spire Bluff Canal, Island, Slick Sequence, Monastery Swift Spear, Shock, Demonic Ruckus, and Slick Shot Show Off. It looks like a decent hand, so I think I'm going to keep it. Alright, opponent plays a Fabled Passage. So I'll sacrifice that, go get a land. Land will come into play tapped. Alright, they get a swamp. Alright, my first turn is going to be... Do we want to play the Monastery Swift Spear now, or do we want to plot the Ruckus? I think if we plot the Ruckus, we might be able to set ourselves up for a good turn. So let's see what they do with their hand. They play a Mountain. Okay, so here's what we'll do. We will also plot a Slick Shot, and we'll just wait for them to tap out. So right now we're kind of playing a game of chicken. All right. Go plot that. Alright, play Mountain. Okay, they really, really don't want to deal. So we are going to do some things. Okay, we'll play this because it's free right here. Wait for him to start tapping lands. Okay, still hasn't done anything. Alright, well then we will go ahead and do Sleight of Hand. See if they do anything. You gotta have a response. Okay. That's fine. We'll draw a card off Demonic Ruckus. Thank you. Alright, and do we want the Scalding Viper or the Elusive Otter? I think we want the Scalding Viper. We'll take that. And we will also Sleight of Hand again. Get an island. Very nice. And then we will attack for 7. Put you to 13. Play island. At least we got a land. Can they play a swamp? Let's see what they do. That's a pretty nice sleeve. I like the animation. Looks like they're thinking. Coiling Rebirth, huh? Alright. Bitter Triumph. Alright. Oh, discarded that. Interesting. Oh no. A Cruelty of Gix? Yeah. This is over. GG, bro. GG! Coiling Rebirth on the Carnosaur. God damn, that's good. That is such a good play. Get 2 discovers. Not the first time I've seen that happen either. It's a good play. Rob. Alright, Rob. What do you got for me today? What's going on here? Okay. Island, Mountain, Sleight of Hand, Slick, Sequence, Shock, Demonic Ruckus, and Scalding Viper. It's not the best hand, but I'll keep it and try to make it work. Okay, so we get to go first. So let's go ahead. I'm going to do Island into Sleight of Hand. Yeah, give me the Swift Spear. Alright, so we got Blossoming Sands. Alright, let's go Mountain, and let's go Monastery Swift Spear. We'll attack for just 1, unfortunately. We have an awkward hand. Alright, to play Restless Cottage. So they are some kind of Abzan currently. So let's go ahead. I'm going to plot the Ruckus so I can have a better turn next turn. And then I'm just going to play a Scalding Viper. Attack for 1. I'm anticipating a lot of removal. Because that's just how these decks play. Oh, they play Up the Beanstalk. Okay. Take 1, they draw a card from Up the Beanstalk. This is probably one of my favorite cards. I love that card. Oh, okay. I guess they didn't draw what they wanted. They were probably landlocked. And we were going to have a good turn next turn. Hey, Guardian of the Great Door. What a cool little guy. Sailed Vanir. Interesting name. He's got the Hugs avatar. Eroded Canyon, Shivan Reef and Island, Monastery Swift Spear, Shock, Demonic Ruckus, and Slick Shot Show Off. Opponent goes first. I'll keep. I'm going to play a Blooming Marsh. Alright, so I'm going to play Shivan Reef so that I can plot Demonic Ruckus. The plan is to get the Monastery Swift Spear out next turn and cast a Demonic Ruckus on them. They play a Deep Cavern Bat. Alright, they're going to take my Shock. Oh no, they did not take Shock. How peculiar. Alright. Well, let's go Monastery Swift Spear. Pay it. Demonic Ruckus. Play it. Shock. Blast it. Get the Slick Shot back. And attack for 4. Now, that probably did that with the intention of playing a follow-up bat to take the Slick Shot again. Oh no, I play Virtue. Draw a card off the Demonic Ruckus. And it's a Demonic Ruckus. Alright, cool. So let's play an Eroded Canyon. And then we will plot the Slick Shot. And we'll see if they just pass the turn. No, they play a Sentinel of the Nameless City. Okay. Alright, so I'm going to play this island. I'm going to play Slick Shot Show Off. I'm going to play Demonic Ruckus on the Slick Shot Show Off. And then we're going to play Storm Chaser's Talent. Get ourselves a little guy. And we're going to attack for 6. I'm going to play a Restless Cottage. The attack, make another map token. No blocks. Ow. Alright. Use the map token. And it is an Innkeeper's Talent. I imagine they'll keep it right there. Alright, let's go and play Mountain. And then we were going to Steam Clean the Sentinel. Put it back in their hand. And then we are going to attack. Like so. Draw out a removal spell. Go for the throat. Happens. Yep. Okay. Demonic Ruckus draws us a card. It's a Demand Answers. I'll cast it right now. Discarding the Eroded Canyon. Draw 2 more lands. Alright, our opponent is now at 8. Sentinel Nameless City comes back in. Creates a map token. Activate. Alright. We get a forest. Activate again. So we're going to need a way to get around that creature. Alright, well, we got a slick sequence here. So let's go and play the Shivan Reef. And what's down here? So we got a Demand Answers, Slick Shot, Demonic Ruckus. What we can do is we can go to level 2. We'll get... Oh, shoot. We can't get it. Okay, well, that's fine. We'll get the Shock. It's fine. We'll play Scalding Viper. No attacks. Instant or sorcery only. Can't get an enchantment back, unfortunately. Alright. Lose 1 life from you casting the spell. Go to level 2. Go for the throat. Okay, you lose another life. Alright, no blocks. I take some damage. Alright, let's see here. So, we can go to... Okay, that would take all of our mana to do, though. So let's go ahead and play this land. And then I'm going to go to the next level with Storm Chaser's Talent. And we're just going to keep mana open. No attacks. End turn. So, we're going to keep that mana open. So we can cast a Shock and create an Otter to block with, just in case they do something silly. Alright, map token. Resolve. Okay, they got a land out of it. They play a Glissa. Alright. +1 counter. That's 6. Pass. Okay. So, I'm not going to do anything right now because I might draw a land next turn, which would really screw me over with the Slick sequence. So I'm just going to take the 6 damage. No blocks. Pass. Okay, we go to 2. So, we really need to draw some damage. My turn. So yeah, that was what I was afraid of. So, what we'll do is we're going to shock. That makes some water. Then we're going to Slick Sequence. Deal 2 more. Makes another otter. Excellent. Lightning Strike. And otters win. Whew. That was too close. That was way too close. It's not often I actually get enough mana to go to level 3 with the otter talent. It does not happen often. Okay. Only 1 land. 1 land, but 2 sleight of hand. I mean, it's really risky, but only having 1 land gives us a 40% chance of drawing a land. So, I'm really tempted. I'm going to keep it. I'm probably going to kick myself in the ass for this, but I'm going to keep it. Alright, first turn, Elusive Otter. Pass turn, I play a Swamp. I either play a Disfigure, a Cut Down, or a discard card. Cut Down, okay. Alright. Moment of Truth. There it is, Island, take that. Alright, play Island, play Sleight of Hand. Do you want the Slick Shot or the Storm Chaser's talent? I think I'll take the Storm Chaser's talent. And play a Swamp. Baddest talent, yep. Alright, that's fine. Get rid of the Demand Answers. Alright. And we will play the Scalding Viper or the Storm Chaser. I think we'll play the Storm Chaser's talent. Keep mana open for that shock. End turn. Alright, play another Swamp. Into Hopeless Nightmare. Okay. That's fine. I'll discard the Slick Sequence. And a Tithing Blade. Alright. Sacrifice a creature. Tithing Blade's really good. I like that card a lot. Pass. My turn. Alright. Rhoda Canyon. At least we're getting some land here. That's good. Alright. Let's go ahead and play this Scalding Viper. I'm doing more damage to myself than he is. Alright. Hidden Necropolis. Yep. Another cut down. You got it. I have to go to level 2. Alright, well, let's go and plot old Slicky here. Swamp. Aquazats. Alright, that's cool. Pass. My turn. Alright, so Slick Shot. Get him out of here. Attack for 5. Alright. Swamp. Snail Cap. Exiles a card from hand. It's gone. Now activate the temple to get your guy back. I lose 2 life. A Slick Sequence, huh? Yep. Not good enough. Not quite good enough. Let's see here. So we have been going for an hour and 10 minutes. I just want to take a quick peek here and see what our record is. Because it's not feeling hot. It really isn't. So let's see here. Let's go here. Let's flip it on over so we can look at this together. So we are at a 55% win rate. We've won 40 matches and lost 33. It is a positive win rate, but it's struggling. It really is struggling. There's just some matches that we are just not winning, and that discard match is one of them. So I'm thinking we might need to make some changes just because of that deck. Anyways, let's get back to it. Hey Farquaad, how you doing? Glad to see you. We are doing our best to make this Izzet deck work in Diamond. But we are having a absolute struggle of it. It's like we're alternating wins. It's like we get a win, we get a loss. We get a win, we get a loss. It's just sometimes we get 2 wins and then we get 2 losses. Yeah, so it's gonna be difficult. We'll keep trying. Okay, so Erotic Canyon and Island. I think we'll keep it. It's got some threats. Maybe we can make it work. Alright, what was a Copperline Gorge? Okay, so we got 2 islands and an Erotic Canyon now. I think we want to play the Erotic Canyon first, despite not being able to play the Monastery Swift Spear on 1. But aside from that, I'm having an alright day. Lovely. You know, Deep Cavern Bat. Alright, what you gonna do? Probably take the Swift Spear. No, he took the Slick Shot. How odd. Not sure that's the move I would have made. Alright, let's go here. Swift Spear. And then Storm Chaser's Talent. And we will attack for 2. Alright. Go to 17. Right, they play a Llanowar Waste and a Blackleaf Cliffs and Copperline Gorge. So there's some kind of Jund. I can respect it. Some kind of Jund is good. Alright, let's go ahead and play this island over here. Then I'm going to play a Sleight of Hand. Get that prowess going. Do I want the mountain? Yeah, I think I want the mountain. Okay. Then let's go ahead and Sleight of Hand again. Give me the Storm Chaser's Talent. And then we'll play the Storm Chaser's Talent. Okay, we're both 4/4s now. So either one of these is going to kill that Sentinel if they choose to block. They did not choose to block. They chose to go to 10 instead. Alright, they play another swamp. They map up with the Deep Cavern Bat, and they drill land, which is not the best. I'm sure they would have wanted to get a +1 counter on that thing. Alright, they're coming in. Make a map token. No blocks. Alright, take some damage. And map token on the Deep Cavern Bat. Drew another land. Hey, at least drawing those cards off the top of your deck is good, though. Makes it so you're not going to run into that problem later. Let's Sleight of Hand. Make some big boys. That Sleight of Hand is going to get me... Do we want the Shock or do we want the Ruckus? I think we want the Shock, honestly. Okay. So, let's go and play this mountain. And then we're going to Slick Sequence there to draw a card. Bat's gone. We get Slicky back. And then we attack. Let's see if they choose to block this time. They don't know I have Shock in my hand. Alright, let's go ahead and shock them. Go over the throat on the Swift Spear. Okay. Alright, our opponent is now at 5 health. Depending on what they do with their turn now, we could have this wrapped up. They choose Dinosaur and get the Bone Horde Dracosaur. Very cool. Alright, so let's see here. Let's go ahead. Play the Eroded Canyon. Boom to 4. Then we're going to play Shock. And then we're going to play Shock. I think that'll do it. There we go. That worked out better. Now let's not get cocky. That was only 2 wins. Overprotect. Cool card. I pulled a foil one of those in a physical pack. Not sure I'd ever play it though. It is a decent giant growth though. Daniel PH. Alright, Mr. Daniel, let's see what we're doing with you. Our opponent goes first. I have a Spirable Canal and 2 mountains, a Sleight of Hand, a Shock, a Demand Answers, and a Slick Shot Show Off. I think we'll keep. Case of an Uneaten Feast. Okay, this is going to be rough because they're playing life game. So I'm going to hit him with the Hello. Spirable Canal comes down first. Let's go and cast Sleight of Hand. Get another Sleight of Hand. Alright, they got a Plains into Essence Channeler. So, what we're going to have to do here is we are definitely going to have to eliminate that before it gets too big. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold on to my Shock and wait for them to cast a card. That way I can just nuke it in response. Okay, they play another Essence Channeler. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to Shock that. Okay, it gets bigger. They play a land. Okay, so we're definitely going to have to hit that with the Lightning Strike then. So, let's go here and play this mountain. And then we are going to keep the Sleight of Hand. But we kind of need to deal with that right now before he plays something else. Now, I want to keep the Sleight of Hand in hand for the Slick Shot. But they're playing so many creatures, they're not giving me time to develop. Wow, another Essence Channeler. How do you like that? Now they probably have another creature to play. They do not. Okay, so, Mountain, Slick Shot. Play it. Sleight of Hand. Get another Slick Shot. Attack for 3. Alright. End turn. Probably should have used the Shock right there just to get a few extra points of damage in. But I want to be able to respond. Okay. Nuke it now. Before those creatures come into play. Darkstar Augur. At the beginning of your upkeep. Okay, this is the Bob Bat. That's fine. Alright, so let's play. We'll play Mountain. Cast. Actually, cancel. We're going to play the Slick Shot first. Then we're going to cast Demand Answers. Discarding the island. Okay. And then we're going to attack. Okay, we chose not to block. Probably smart. Alright, lose 2 life. Okay, he's gonna play that bat now. That bat's gonna take my lightning strike. It's gonna suck. Okay. And I'm expecting a Zorlane to come in right now. Lunar Convocation, that's good. Yeah, take the damage. Make a bat. Gain a life. That's a Swift Spear. It's not a spell. Yeah, shoot him. And also, I'm just gonna attack. Get rid of the bat token, because I want the opportunity for you to lose some life. 2, 0. Gain a life. Bats is a good deck. Darkstar Augur is an amazing card. He's got the Starscape Cleric. That's just going to nuke us down. He did the Offspring. You lose more life. I'm not so sure we're going to come out on top here. Yeah, and for every 1 life they gain, I lose 2. Okay, well we got a Storm Chaser's Talent, so let's take that. Okay. Then we'll gain a level. Let's get that shock back. Nuke that bat. I think honestly we're still dead at this point, but I'll have some fun with it. Lose a life. Draw a card. So much card value. Case of the Uneaten Feast. There's Zorlane. Yeah. Okay. Well, we had a good run. That game's over. Yeah, we know it's over. You don't gotta good game us. We know when we're beat. Oncosilator. So many interesting names in this game. 2 mountains. Don't have any blue. I don't think I want to keep this. Okay, that's a little bit better. We'll keep that. Honestly, I think I'm just going to send a mountain back. Keep 6. Alright, play the Eroded Canyon. And say go. Alright, plan to play as a Restless Cottage. Alright, let's play this mountain. Play Monastery Swift Spear. Play Storm Chaser's Talent. Make another guy. We'll attack for 2. I think I'm 1 pip from Mythic with a Golgari deck I made a few weeks ago. Golgari is really good. He's like really good right now. Let's see here. Let's go with Sleight of Hand real quick. Get a little pumpage. And hello, Green Kitty. How are you? We already have a Scolding Viper. I think we're going to take the Sleight of Hand. And then we're just going to shock. Get as much early damage in as we can right now. Looks like they're going to remove my Swift Spear. Yeah. Attack for 3. Alright, you go to 12. Yeah, Golgari is very, very strong right now. Speaking of... Yeah, sacrifice a creature. Alright, so... Jeez, this is not looking good. Alright, let's go ahead and hit Sleight of Hand. No land. Sleight of Hand, no land. Not good. Not good at all. Alright. Let's plot it. Okay, so if you haven't seen this deck before, this is a Spellslinger deck. It runs a lot of prowess creatures and a lot of spells. Unfortunately, it's not really doing too hot right now. The point of the deck is to play some prowess creatures early and get as much damage in early as you can. You use plot cards like Demonic Ruckus and Slickshot Show Off to set up turns where you're going to be playing free spells and then using your mana to sling a bunch of spells at the opponent. Okay, this is done. To just make a creature really big and slam into their face. But unfortunately, it is not doing so well right now. We are running up against a kind of like a brick wall. But I'll show you what the deck runs, just so you're familiar. But I've been playing this deck all month, and it's done great for me up to Diamond. But Diamond is kind of where we're hitting the brick wall. So it runs Elusive Otter, Monastery Swiftspear, Storm Chaser's Talent, because it creates an otter with prowess when it comes into play. And it also runs Scalding Viper and Slickshot Show Off. So everything in the deck is a prowess creature other than the Scalding Viper. The Scalding Viper's in here because a lot of people underestimate it and don't try to play around the Viper. The Viper deals 1 damage to your opponent whenever they play a spell with casting cost 3 or less, which is most spells in Standard. As far as the spells themselves, we're looking at Sleight of Hand. Storm Chaser's Talent is a spell. We have Demand Answers for a little bit of card draw. We got Shock. Demonic Ruckus because it plots. So you can plot this for 1 mana early on and set up a good turn later on. We got Lightning Strike. We have the spell side of Scalding Viper. Comes in very handy sometimes. And then we have a few copies of Slick Sequence as well. And then you have your handful of lands. But I once made a red-blue thing that is far worse. It's basically just card draw and burn spells. A little bit of deck manipulation, but not really enough, honestly. I think I might update it. This is a really fun deck. You do get to steal a lot of games. I did have one really good game where I managed to plot 2 copies of Slickshot Show Off and just go off, well, doing like 19 damage in 1 turn. It was absolutely a you stole that game kind of situation. But that's basically how the deck works. It is a very fragile deck. If I were to build a sideboard for it, I would probably fill the sideboard with a bunch of protection spells. And honestly, Obstinate Baloth would go into the sideboard. Just because there's so many people playing discard right now. But yeah, I've taken a look at Spellslinger decks in the past, and they never really interested me until this set because of the fact that we got the enchantment that creates a prowess otter. And that kind of made this deck playable. Okay, so we get to go first this time. We have an Eroded Canyon, an island, 2 Sleight of Hand, Lightning Strike, and 2 Slick Shots. I think we're going to keep this. We're going to play Eroded Canyon on 1, and then we're going to plot a Slick Shot on 2. I like red, but not so much blue. Might make some kind of red-green thing. Red-green is actually pretty decent if you are going the mouse route. The mouse route is really good. Because if you play the I think it's called the Heartfire Hero, the one that deals damage to the opponent when you when it dies, that's a really good card. Okay. So, oh no, this is the Poison Dimir deck. My creatures are gonna die so hard. Alright, let's play the Spire Bluff Canal. We're gonna plot another Slick Shot. We're just gonna set ourselves up for a really good turn next turn. Or at least we're going to try to. Because our opponent is not very likely to tap out. So, alright, here we go. We're gonna go Slick Shot. We're just gonna overwhelm them with creatures. Slick Shot. Slick Shot. Swift Spear. Sleight of hand. We're gonna make you choose. Go over the throat. Sure. I will take shock. Sleight of hand. Anoint with affliction. Okay. It's gone. Take the demand answers, because those are my only choices. And then we're going to go ahead and shock you for 2. And then we attack. They go to 6. Okay, so we just need to draw one more burn spell. I think we're good. Drown a Knicker. It's gone. Bilious Skull Dweller. Okay. Alright, so let's go ahead and... Oh gosh. Yeah, I think I want to cast Demand Answers and discard the Shock in hopes of drawing 2 more burn spells. Okay, so he's going to try and counter. I'm going to pay it, because I don't need to burn him out this turn. Okay, and I am not going to attack, because he has a Bilious Skull Dweller. Alright, plays a Underground River and a Vraska. That's great. So that means he only has 1 thing left in hand and he's tapped out. Perfect, you gave me mana. I'll take it. Okay, so let's go ahead and we're going to play... We're going to play the Scalding Viper creature side. Then we're going to play the Storm Chaser's Talent and the Elusive Otter. Put a critical mass of creatures out. What do I do against this deck? Burn them. Burn them as much as possible. And we have run them out of options, so we're just going to hit them hard. No blocks. Alright, end of turn. Hit him for 3. We just need to draw 1 more burn spell. No, that wasn't it. But here's something we do have. We can level up Storm Chaser's Talent, get a shock out of our graveyard, and end the game. There we go. The burn deck I made has like 6 creatures in it. 4 are card draw effects, and the other 2 help manipulate the deck. None are used to actually attack. Yeah, that's actually how I built the Toxic deck that we just played against. My version of the Toxic deck, Blue-Black Toxic, is literally no creatures except for the little 2/1 flyer that you can get back when you proliferate, and Vraska. That's pretty much it. The rest of the deck is just spells, card draw, counter spells, bounce, and every like instant speed spell that adds a poison counter or proliferates. That's how I built that deck, and oftentimes that deck would just win without attacking a single time. It's a pretty fun build. Unfortunately, it is really slow and really contingent on you drawing something like Prologue to Phyresis very early. Because like, you need to get that first poison counter rolling so that your proliferate effects actually have effect. Let's see. I use the Elusive Otter in a +1/+1 counter deck. Works pretty well when it becomes entirely unblockable with 64 plus power. Yeah, I'd say that that's a pretty good way to go about it. I got smoked by this deck the other day. It is entirely possible that you might have come up against me playing this, because I personally have not run up against a single person playing Izzet Burn. Not yet, at least. But that's not to say that no one else is playing it. But I have been playing this deck a lot this month. It's probably my favorite deck to play right now, just because the games are really fast. Mulligan or keep. Island, Mountain, Sleight of Hand, Slick, Sequence, Demand Answers, Lightning Strike, and Slick Shot. Show off. I will keep it because it's got a Slick Shot. I will go ahead here and play Sleight of Hand. And do you want the Eroded Canyon or the Mountain? I think we want the Mountain. And that's the issue with mine as well. Like, there's one card that I have to draw in order to win, and it takes a long time to do, even if the card drop. Yeah, that is kind of the problem with like combo decks in general, or decks that like require like a lot of synergy. They can be really, really frail. Like this deck, I would consider this deck like a combo-ish deck, just because it's it has a lot of synergy, a lot of setup to get the most out of it. Like, you saw how we did with the Slick Shots last game. It's like, it took 3 turns to generate enough Slick Shots in the plot zone just to, like, start going off. But here's the great thing, is when you play the Slick Shot from the plot zone, it does count as a spell, so you can cast Slick Sequence and get your card draw, even though you didn't pay any mana for the Slick Shot. It's pretty cool. I like it. And I'll get my other Slick Shot back, thank you, and hit you for 5. I need more high power burn spells that target face. Yeah, there are a lot of different ways you can go about it. Like, you could probably run, I don't remember the name of the card, but it deals 4 damage to any target, and it deals 4 damage, and it has Convoke, so that's a possibility. Other than that, Bounce works pretty well to deal with things that you just don't like seeing. Let's see, I'm going to play Old Slicky here, and I'm just going to cast Sleight of Hand and deal as much damage as possible this turn. Do we want this Slicky or Shock? I think I want then another Slick Shot, just in case they try to remove one of them this next turn. Alright, play Swamp. Archfiend of the Dross. Very nice. Okay, so we got a Spire Bluff Canal. So I'm going to play Demand Answers, discarding Spire Bluff Canal. Okay, we got a Storm Chaser. So we'll go ahead and play the other one. And honestly, I think we're going to attack with both of the Slick Shots, even though they have a blocker for it. Okay, go to 6. I will lose 2 life for losing a creature, though, unfortunately. I just need to get 1 more burn spell, and I think we're okay. That is kind of the thing about this deck, is it is contingent on getting enough burn. Alright. What do you want to take? Because, like, it does, like, a lot of early game damage, but you need to draw more burn in the mid to late game, just to make sure that you have enough. I'm going to discard the Storm Chaser's Talent. Take 2 damage. Are you going to come at me? Oh, Jesus. Another one? Alright, that's fine. Slick Sequence is gone. Alright, give me another Lightning Strike. That'd be great. He knows I have a Lightning Strike in hand, so we'll see if he tries to come at me. Alright. So we will go ahead and play the monster Swift Spear, and we're just going to sit still. Because either he starts coming at me with the Archfiend, or he loses when he loses all the counters off of that. Okay. Alright. He puts a +1 counter. Let's see. Okay, yeah. When it runs out of oil counters, he loses. Pass. Coming at me, huh? Okay. Well, that does put me on a 2-turn clock, unfortunately. It's fine, though. No blocks. Pass. We'll go to 7. So, let's see what we draw. That works. That actually works. So let's see here. Let's go ahead. We're going to bounce the Deep Cavern Bat. And then we're going to attack with the Slick Shot. Alright, no blocks. Hit him with the Lightning Strike. Is it gonna work? Are we there? Hey, we got there. Nice. Good game. Another game like on the ropes. Like this deck has a lot of games where you just down to the wire. I should look through wildcards some. I don't know. I don't use the deck against people much. It annoys me when people use stuff like that against me. So, well, that's the thing is, you're gonna run up against decks that are like hyper annoying to you. Like me personally, right now, the deck that aggravates me the most is like that mono black discard deck, because like it is really effective against this deck if they draw like a lot of the cheap discard early. Because if I don't have spells in my hand to fuel my prowess creatures, then I might as well just concede. But like in seasons past, I would have been really frustrated by going up against mono red all day long, or I would be upset about going up against mono blue tempo. There's always going to be decks in the format that just aggravate you, and you just don't want to play against it. But honestly, I think there are enough decks in the format right now that I think we have a pretty healthy standard. Shivan Reef, Spirebluff Canal, and Mountain into Sleight of Hand, Storm Chaser's Talent, Demand Answers, and Scalding Viper. I think it's got enough action that I'll keep this, and we get to go first, so we'll keep. And we're going to start with the Spirebluff Canal into Storm Chaser's Talent. And I really do believe that this is the card that makes this deck playable. Not just because... Oh, what are we playing against? Is it a mirror match? Do we have a potential mirror match on our hands? Play the Shivan Reef. Let's go ahead and plot. Attack for 1. If this is a mirror match, I'll be very happy. Oh, potential? It's a Stormcatch Otter. Alright, let's go Mountain. Let's go ahead. We're going to play the Slicky. We're going to play Sleight of Hand. I'm going to get... Do you want the Demonic Ruckus or no Sleight of Hand? I think we want another Sleight of Hand. So let's go ahead and Sleight of Hand again. Let's get that Lightning Strike. We need some damage. And then we will plot the Demonic Ruckus for next turn. And attack for 8. Smack 'em, yak 'em. I'm fully anticipating them removing my Slick Shot. But that's okay, because we got some damage in. Now we just need to burn them out. I always forget plot exists, and when I remember the deck is already complete and I want to test it, not build another with plot, and then I forget after playing Sparky. Yeah! Oh. What's that? Destroy target art. Deals 1 damage to each creature opponent's control. That is a pretty decent sideboard tech right there. That's really good against the Rapids deck. Ooh. Yeah, see, that's definitely another direction you can go, is building up creatures. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. We are going to start with Demonic Ruckus on the Slick Shot. Then we are going to cast the spell portion of Scalding Viper onto the Stormcatch Mentor to get rid of that enchantment. And then we attack for 6. Bam. Put him to 5. Now, that is potentially enough damage to win next turn. So let's see what they do to us. We're at 11. They might be able to do 11 damage. I don't know what their deck has. Stormcatch Mentor. Otter Ball Antics. Create a 1/1 blue and red otter creature token with prowess. If the spell was cast from anywhere other than your hand, put a +1/+1 counter on that creature. With a flashback cost of 4. I was thinking about Quick Study, but it is really expensive. I don't feel like paying 3 mana. Okay, they're... Good game, friend. You're tapped out. Alright. Get the Lightning Strike. Cast the Lightning Strike. And that is the game. Yeah, that one was more of a an otter theme deck than what I'm kind of going for. But they were able to put up quite a good fight though, so I'm not too upset about that. That's a pretty decent deck. And heck, they're in Diamond too, so more power to them. And yeah, I sometimes forget about plotting as well, but playing this deck as much as I have has really trained my brain on plotting often. Especially with the Demonic Ruckus. If you don't have anything else that you're doing, you just pay 1 red mana to plot the Ruckus. It's pretty good. So, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to keep this because I like this hand. So we got 3 lands. So, we can play the Storm Chaser's Talent on 1, just to get a creature on the table. We're going to try to get some big damage going next turn. I got a Swamp. Okay, yeah, this is the deck I hate. So, I'm going to get rid of the Shivan Reef and keep the Mountain. Another Mountain. Okay, so let's go here. I think we're going to plot the Slick Shot. Just get it out of my hand so they can't hit it. And pop them for 1. We're just going to set up a big turn. And if they tap out this turn, then we'll be free to make it happen. Okay, so they tapped out. So they're probably going to take my Scalding Viper. That's what I would do, at least. Yeah, they took the Viper. Cool. So let's go ahead and play Island. And then we're going to go ahead and play the Slick Shot. And then we're going to play the Demonic Ruckus on this little guy right here. And we're going to attack. Alright, they chose not to block, so they go to 13 health. Play another Swamp. Now, the thing that really makes this deck so good is not just the discard, but it's also the life gain. Like, they run Deep Cavern Bats, they also run Aquazats, which is a 4/4 with lifelink. I mean, it's really good. It's really damn good. Especially just good at preventing me from doing stuff. Here, take 3. Okay, now take 6. Go to 5. So, Deep Cavern Bat, okay. They're just getting it out there because they need more lifelink. I don't blame them. And I'm just playing everything out of my hand as often as possible. Yeah, I lose 2 life. Alright, that's a Shivan Reef. So we unfortunately can't activate this because they're just going to make me discard it. So instead, we're going to attack. Block the Slick Shot. Yeah. Gain a life. Lose 2. Go to 5. And then we end the turn. I wish I could upgrade this at instant speed. That would be great, because then I could do it end of turn, get a damage spell back. Oh, I see. You are strapped for mana. Missing land drops. Not fun. So, that means we have potential to win next turn. If we either draw a land... Oh, no. We would absolutely need to just draw a damage spell. Alright, lose 2 life. That's a Spirebluff Canal. That's not what we need. But I tell you what. I'm going to keep on swinging. Okay, so if we draw a land that comes into play untapped, then we can activate next turn. Shit. Alright, we really need to draw a burn spell now. Okay, that's not it. That's definitely not it. But here's the thing, is you can't block those. Go to 1. Alright. Gain a life. Does he have removal for my Monastery Swift Spear? He's got Aquazats. Okay. Oh yeah, no matter what I just lose anyways because of the talent and the Sheldred. Yeah. That's lame. Yeah, lose 2. And it was a land anyways. Yeah, I was definitely cooked there. Yeah, this is a deck that wants to draw 3 lands total for the entire game. We drew way too many lands. But unfortunately that just happens, you know? So, is what it is. Hello, everyone. This is probably the most viewers I've gotten on this channel in a long time. So, hello to everyone. Those of you that are just hopping on in here, I will run you through the deck that we're playing real quick. So, we've been live for about almost 2 hours now, and we are doing our best to generate some wins with this deck and climb the ranks. So, this is a red and blue prowess burn deck. So we run Elusive Otter, Storm Chaser's Talent to make another Otter, Monastery Swift Spear, and we run Scalding Viper and Slickshot Show Off. The point of the deck is to set up powerful turns by plotting Slickshot Show Off or playing early turn Monastery Swift Spears, Storm Chaser's Talent, or Elusive Otters, so that we can then blow through our hand with a bunch of cheap spells, do as much damage as possible, as quickly as possible. It's an Izzet Spellslinging kind of aggro, kind of tempo deck. What packs do we have? Let's take a look. We have 3 Bloom Burrow packs to open. Let's go and crack them real quick. Let's see what we get out of them. Alright, first pack is a Sunspine Lynx. I really like this card. This card is really cool. I just need to find the right deck to put it in. Or honestly, this could fit into the sideboard of certain decks. But I do definitely want to play that card. Alright, pack 2 is Helga, the Skittish Seer. I really like the art on that card. That cute little frog. Very, very cute. I like him. And then last pack is the infamous Cruel Claw. I definitely want to make a deck with that too. That guy is really cool. Okay. Alright, so that's our packs. But let's get back into the game. So, yeah, unfortunately we did lose that last one. But again, Magic the Gathering is a game of variance. Sometimes you're going to draw too much lands. Sometimes you're not going to draw the burn. All you can do is keep on playing. Okay, so we get to go first, which is great. We have an island and a mountain, sleight of hand, 2 shocks, a demand answers, and Slickshot Show Off. I will keep this. We're going to open the hand by playing sleight of hand. MTG art is so cool. I do generally prefer Yu-Gi-Oh art, but Magic tends to be really cool to look at. Yes, I've long said that Magic the Gathering employs the best in the industry when it comes to their art. I mean, the art is so good, it's so thematic, it's just beautiful. I mean, I love looking at it. Okay, play a plane. So we are finally playing against something that doesn't have swamps in it. I'm into it. So let's see here. I'm going to go ahead and plot old Slicky here. We're going to set up a good turn 3, hopefully. Oh, now we're up against... Okay, we're up against bats. I should have expected this. Alright, here we go. Slicky into a shock. And then we're going to play the Storm Chaser's Talent, honestly. Get ourselves another little guy. And then we're going to attack for 5. We're going to hold that shock for next turn because I have a feeling they're going to play another Essence Channeler. Deep Cavern Bat. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. So we're going to resolve this. And we're going to let them take our card. And that was why. He knew he didn't have an out. Alright, cool. I will take the win. I'll take the wins when I can get it. Raucous Entertainer. And 250 experience points. So we got 2 more wins that we can get rewards for today. So we'll try and get 2 more wins. At least 2 more wins. What a day. What a day. Okay, so we are playing against someone who has kanji in their name. So, despite my best efforts, I can't pronounce your name. Shivan Reef and Mountain into Storm Chaser's Talent, Monastery, Swift Spear, Shock, Demand Answers, and a Scalding Viper. We're going to keep this. Hey, thanks for hanging out, Green Kitty. Glad to have you around. So, hopefully we'll see you again soon. Alright, we're going to go Mountain into Swift Spear. And we're going to pop him for 1. Okay, our opponent plays a Copperline Gorge, so they are at least in red and green. Let's go and play a Shivan Reef, and we are going to play a Storm Chaser's Talent. That'll give Prowess 1, and also generate an Otter for us. Okay, and then we're going to attack with the Swift Spear. Okay, we go to blocks. We're going to go ahead and hit them with a Shock right now. That's going to give them an opportunity to remove my creature, and it looks like they did not have what they needed. Alright, opponent's turn 2. They play a Forest. And they are plotting a Slick Shot Show-Off. Very nice. Okay, so let's go ahead. Let's see, what are we going to do here? I think I'm going to play Demand Answers first. And I'm going to discard a Scalding Viper. Okay, that got me a Shock. Okay, so I'm going to play this Eroded Canyon. Hit you for 1. And then we're going to hit you for more. Okay, they play a Mountain. Now they're going to play the Slick Shot Show-Off. And they're going to pile a bunch of stuff on him. Because that's what I would do. Oh, double Slick Shot. Okay. Monstrous Rage. I expected as much. Alright, we're going to take a big hit this turn. But that's okay. So, watch this. Now, we're going to do pay 2 to steam clean that off the table. And then we're going to shock this for 1 more damage. And then we're going to play the Eroded Canyon to pop him for 1. And then we're going to hit like so. Now we just need 1 more turn. They play a Mountain. Here's a hoping they don't just blow me out this turn. It could be possible. Play a Slick Shot. Monastery Swift Spear. What are they going to do with that last mana? Might of the Meek. +1. So that's 5. It's only 5. It's not enough. GG, friend. Yeah, that is the red-green version of this deck. It doesn't run quite as much card draw because they're trading card draw for raw power. Yes, GG. They play a lot of Creature Pump, and if they happen to draw the Heartfire Hero, then that could lead to a very short game. It is a very, very good card. Especially because the deck can also have access to fling effects. Okay. Island, and Shivan Reef. Elusive Otter, Monastery Swift Spear, Demand Answers, and Scalding Viper. Yes, that mouse is absolutely insane. And honestly, I plan on building a version of this deck utilizing it. So I'm going to keep it. It looks like a good hand. So I think we'll go with the Elusive Otter first, so I can attack with both Otter and Swift Spear on 2. And potentially draw a 1-mana spell on turn 2. This guy really likes Soul Ring. Soul Ring Sleeve, Soul Ring Guardian. Okay, looks like they're taking their time. Okay. First land is a commercial district, so they're going to surveil for 1. I wonder if this is a self-mill deck. Yeah, Soul Ring Avatar would be pretty funny. Okay, cool. We drew a 1-mana spell. That'll be perfect for next turn. Alright, turn 2. Probably should have played the island. I wasn't thinking straight. I was too excited about the shock. You're gonna shock my Otter. Okay, so this is a Jeskai deck. No, not Jeskai. Blue, red, green. Okay. Let's play this island. Then we're going to play Monastery Swift Spear. Pay the 1 health to do it. Then I'm going to play Storm Chaser's Talent. Prowess +1 on both creatures. Now would be the time to shock. Torch the tower. Good enough. Alright, that's gone. Elusive Otter still gets bigger, and I get another Otter. Attack for 2. Shivan Reef. Alright. And they did not do anything. So I'm going to open with a Sleight of Hand. Alright, and that's... Ooh, I like Demonic Ruckus. Give me that. Alright, so let's go here. And then... I'm going to attack. Just like that. No other spells. Okay. I was kind of expecting them to do something there. So, what we'll do here is we're going to plot Demonic Ruckus for next turn. And we'll put the ball in their court. 3 steps ahead. Draw 2 cards and discard a card. That is such a good spell. What did they discard? They discarded a Copperline Gorge. Fabled Passage. Alright, they go get a land, and it comes into play untapped. What time is it? 6:10. Alright, we get a shock. Very nice. Alright, well, let's open with Demonic Ruckus on the unimportant Otter. Into the Flood Maw. Okay, so they want to bounce my dude. That's totally fine. Alright. So the enchantment goes to the graveyard, which is fine. I'm going to play... Actually, no. Yeah, because they could counterspell. But they only have 1 blue mana available right now. I'm going to cancel that. I'm going to play Scalding Viper. What you got? Alright, it comes in. Cool. Attack for 2. You're holding priority a whole lot over there. Alright, takes 2 damage. Alright. Their turn, they play a Thundering Falls. Surveil for 1. What is your game plan, friend? All I'm seeing is control elements. That's it. Alright, let's go ahead. Play a mountain. Then we're going to attack for 3. See what you do about it. I'm just going to throw 1 shock at you. See what you do. Okay. Alright, we go to 6. End turn. Mind Splice Apparatus, huh? Beginning of your upkeep, put an oil counter on Mind Splice. Instant and sorcery spells you cast cost 1 less to cast for each oil counter. Alright, I'm going to do this now. since you don't have any mana to counter with. There we go. That looks good to me. Alright, 1 oil counter. What are you going to do with that discount? This is a very good board. I like this board too. It does even have a few interactive elements, which is pretty cool. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and play a Slick Shot Show Off and see what you do. Okay, now I'm going to attack you with Slick Sequence Backup. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. So regardless of whether or not I cast a spell during the attack phase, this is lethal. Okay. End turn. I'm waiting for them to tap out and cast something. Silver Scrutiny. I kept 1 mana open so he could counter something. Okay. That's fine. I'm gonna keep waiting for you to tap out. So you've gotta have something up your sleeve there. And I don't trust you. Brotherhood's End? Okay, you take 1. Now you're taking 2. So if you try to counter that, you're gonna take 1 more from the Scalding Viper. There you go. GG. Nice. He did not play a single threat that game. Makes me wonder what he has in that deck. GG indeed. Guardian of the Great Door. That is my second Guardian of the Great Door that I've gotten from victory rewards. That's weird. Uh-oh. Okay, what do we got here? Eroded Canyon, Island, Elusive Otter, Sleight of Hand, Lightning Strike, and 2 Slick Shots. It has potential. I think I'll keep it. Okay, I'm going to start with the Eroded Canyon. Comes in, deals 1 damage. Next turn I think I'm going to plot. Okay, so they're a Carpleson Forest and an Evolving Adaptive. This is an interesting deck. How do you decide what cards are good to sideboard? I've only played best of 1 so far, but I'd like to try best of 3 sometime. Well, I would say the first thing to take into account is what kind of decks are you expecting to play against? That's going to determine what cards you're going to put into your sideboard to begin with. So let's say, for example, you're a green deck, and you are seeing almost nothing but like discard decks. So maybe you want to play something that's going to protect you against discard, which would be perfectly normal. So what I would do is I would put a few copies of Obstinate Baloth into my sideboard. And Obstinate Baloth is a card that will spring into play if your opponent tries to make you discard. Now, there are other things that are a little bit more obvious, like hoser cards. So, like, say for example, you are playing, say for example, you're playing white, and you see a lot of red decks out there. Hello, Green Kitty, welcome back. So, in that case, you'd probably want to play things that have, like, protection against red, or would protect you or give yourself hexproof, because you know that red is very good at targeting your face. And then when it gets to the point where you are in the act of sideboarding between games, the easy part is going to be bringing in your sideboard options. The more difficult part is going to be choosing what cards to sideboard out. That's not always very evident. After this game, I'll run an example for you. I'm going to play the Slick Shot right now. Then we're going to target your face. And then we're going to attack for 6. Alright, and that puts them to 1. If we draw any amount of burn, we got it. And I don't think they're going to be able to deal 15 damage to us. Oh, Vaultborn Tyrant. They did just gain 3 life, though. That's not great. That's also not great. Okay, so play that. We are going to say next, attack with those. And then I'm going to go to level 2, and we're going to get a Lightning Strike. So we need to be able to end this game next turn, because they might end our game next turn. Yeah, I'll show you what I'm talking about. Oh no. This is not good. Alright. We go to 8. This is gonna suck. We really need to be able to do something. Okay, that makes things worse. Okay, they're gonna come at us. Oh, sweet. Okay, cool. We win. Oh, man. Do they have any reach creatures? They do not. Cool. That Vaultborn Tyrant is so disgusting. What a nasty creature. Oh my god. Alright. GG, Mishramancer. That was very close. That was either I needed to win that game, or I was going to lose that game. And hey, we ranked up. Nice. Okay, so I'm going to do a couple things here. First thing is I'm going to respond to this message my wife just sent me. Okay, so first thing is I want to take a quick look at my profile, and we're going to see where we're sitting after 2 hours and 13 minutes. So we're going to slide on down and see what our record is. Okay, this is our deck right here, Get Slicky. So we are still sitting at a 57% win rate, so that's pretty solid. I started tonight with a 57% win rate, and we are currently 48 and 36 is our record. Still 57%, so not too bad. And now we are actually climbing a little bit, which is great. So, good to know. Alright, let's get back into the game. Alright. Okay, so let's look at a deck that has a sideboard. So, let's see. I think I built Boomer Junt to have a sideboard. Okay, here we are. So, bring this up. Perfect. Okay, I'm going to turn off my webcam for this, just so you can see what I have over there. There we go. Okay, so with this deck is a Jund mid-range deck that likes to utilize Discover. Discover is a fantastic mechanic. This deck, if you've ever played old school Jund, this deck is basically a modern recreation of that. So what we have in our sideboard is Cut Down, Lord Skitter, Brotherhood's End, Duress, and Tranquil Frillback. So I built this sideboard to have game against a lot of different styles of decks. So if we're going to go up against a control deck, well, we probably know what we're going to bring in. We're probably going to bring in Duress. But what do we take out against a control deck? So we're probably going to keep our discard in. We're going to keep Liliana. We're going to keep Aggressive Sabotage. We're probably going to get rid of something that's going to help them, like Assassin's Trophy. Assassin's Trophy is great against aggressive decks, but not great against mid-range or or control decks, because this gives them a land in a trade-off for being able to destroy any permanent. Another thing that we might get rid of is we might take out Lightning Strike, because Lightning Strike is not going to be that great against a long bore kind of game. So against control, we might move some of the numbers that direction, because the best way to beat a control deck is attacking their hand and outvaluing them. So we'll definitely keep the Discover cards in, we'll keep Aquazots in, we'll keep the discard in, we'll definitely keep the Preacher in, because the Preacher is just a value engine. Maso Dreadnought would stay in, because that's value too. Now, let's say, for example, we're playing against an aggressive deck, or like a go-wide deck, like say like Boros, or the new green-white Rabbits deck. Well, we clearly are going to bring Brotherhood's End in. We definitely want to bring those in. And we're probably going to bring Cutdown in as well. So, again, what are we going to do here? Well, we're probably going to get rid of Bitter Triumph, because we don't want to pay 3 life against an aggressive deck that's just going to run us over. So, Bitter Triumph will go out. Assassin's Trophy we might drop 1 or 2 of to make room for the Brotherhood's End and the Cutdown. Now, there are a lot of decks that utilize what I'll call toys. Toys are artifacts, enchantments, things in the graveyard. So for that, we have things like Lord Skitter and Tranquil Frillback. These are things that are great for hosing opponents that like toys. And another thing with Brotherhood's End is if you've played against the blue and white Simulacrum Synthesizer deck, the one that makes a ton of really big artifacts, Brotherhood's End completely wipes their board, because the tokens that the Simulacrum Synthesizer creates do not have a mana value. So if you choose the Destroy All Artifacts with mana value 3 or less option, completely wipes their board. It gets rid of the Simulacrum Synthesizer, it gets rid of their tokens, and it gets rid of all their other artifacts that they've been playing throughout the course of the game. It's a really solid option against that deck. Completely nukes them. And also, Tranquil Frillback will probably come in against that deck too, because you have the option to destroy target artifact or enchantment. So that's just a couple options of how I would approach a sideboard kind of situation. Now, I would also recommend that you check out another content creator, another creator at around my size. He goes by the name Astral's Flame, and he plays just best of 3. He only plays best of 3. So if you want some more insight in how to sideboard or things like that, he'd be a pretty good guy to take a look at. And by all accounts, he seems like a pretty decent dude, so be a good person to check out. All right, let's go ahead and turn my camera back on. Bing boom. All right, cool. So let's go ahead and get back into the game and play a few more. Yeah, the discover mechanic is really fun. It's like I love being able to just play something and then get something else for no mana. It feels like cheating. It feels more like cheating than playing this deck that just kills people from hand. Okay, this is a perfect example of a bad hand, but it has a sleight of hand. But it has a land that comes into play tapped, so we're not going to be able to dig ourselves out of a hole turn 1. So I think we have to mulligan this one, unfortunately. Okay, this is better, much better. So we have 2 Storm Chasers talent, 2 Swift Spear, and a Shock. So I think I'm going to mulligan away 1 Storm Chasers talent and keep the Swift Spears. Keep 6. This was not what I wanted to see when having to mulligan. All right, let's get rid of 1 Swift Spear. All right, let's go to Spire Bluff Canal, Swift Spear, and we'll attack for 1. Yeah, this is easily my most hated deck right now. You know what? We're just gonna go to the next game. This is not fun to play against, and when it's not fun to play against, I don't mind taking a hit. I had to put one back, so I was already at a deficit. And he plays back-to-back discard cards, reducing my hand to an effective 3 and 4. It's just not good. It frustrates me and makes for bad games for you guys. Kino Toad. What a cute little name for a cute little avatar. Okay, so this hand's not that great. It's 2 Eroded Canyons. But we have an Elusive Otter, a Swift Spear, 2 Shocks, and a Demonic Ruckus. It has potential, and the opponent goes first, which means that we get to draw first. So we have a potential to draw an untapped land. I'm going to keep my fingers crossed. Here's to hoping. Alright, they play a Blooming Marsh into a Paw Patch Recruit. That is not great. I dislike Paw Patch Recruit a whole lot. Well, let me rephrase. I dislike being on the receiving end of Paw Patch Recruit. Okay, let's go ahead and play the Eroded Canyon. And unfortunately, I kind of feel like I have to do this right now before he has another creature to put counters on. Okay, cool. He did not have a follow-up. So I will open with Monastery Swift Spear. And then I'm going to play an Elusive Otter, because he probably has some creature kill, which is probably going to point at the Monastery Swift Spear right now. There we go. I'm just trying to set up a good next turn. Okay, Fabled Passage. I'm expecting a Sheoldred. No, Hostile Investigator. Okay. When it comes in, I discard a card. So I will discard Demonic Ruckus. Okay, Spire Bluff Canal. That is the perfect land to draw right there. So I'm going to go with Stormchaser's Talent. And then I'm going to play Stormchaser's Talent. And then I'm going to attack, like so. He's going to block the Monastery Swift Spear. So I'm going to shock their face to make it too big to kill. Kill the creature, deal 4 to the opponent. There's the Sheoldred, which I'm very... The Sheoldred is precisely why I play Scalding Viper in this deck. Put that back in your hand. Now, we play Sleight of Hand. Get the Slicky. And Beat Face. I love Scalding Viper just for that. Just for the bounce. The bounce is great. And the fact that the bounce is sorcerer speed doesn't bother me too much, because I'm usually going to be playing it on my turn, just to clear the path. GG indeed. Alright, we have ourselves a Teferi Enjoyer. So I'm looking at Eroded Canyon and Island, Stormchaser's Talent, Slick Sequence, 2 Lightning Strikes, and a Scalding Viper. It's not the fastest open, but I do have a Stormchaser's Talent, so I'll keep it. I'm gonna blaze a Swamp, and okay, I was expecting a discard. I really was. Alright, I'm gonna actually go with the Eroded Canyon first. I'm gonna go Swift Spear on 2. White, huh? Sunken Citadel. Choose a color, add 1 mana of the chosen color, add 2 mana of the chosen color, spend to activate abilities of land sources. Okay, that's cool. I'm going to play Island, and then I'm going to play Swift Spear, and then I'm going to play Stormchaser's Talent, and you're going to play Cut Down on this Monastery Swift Spear. Or Disfigure. Been seeing a lot of Disfigure running around lately. Have you thought about using the Mentor Otter to reduce casting costs? I have given it thought, and I've come to the conclusion that it's not really that necessary in this deck, just because everything in the deck is either 2 or less. If I was playing things with like 3 mana or more, I would probably consider it. Let's play Sleight of Hand. I'm going to take the island, because I need to play land this turn. Okay, island, and then I'm going to play the storm, or play the Slick Sequence. I think we'll do the Slick Sequence, just so I can get a card draw off of it, and get rid of their blocker. Okay, I like that. Attack for 3. So yeah, that was actually one of the first things I was looking at when I was upgrading this deck to begin with. Because this deck did start as an upgrade deck. And the Mentor is cool. I just don't really think it's for me. I'm gonna discard one of those. Not for a deck that the entire deck is 1 and 2 mana costs. Oh, Jesus Christ. Alright, I guess I'll get rid of a Lightning Strike. Stop making me discard. You are upsetting me. Let's play Storm Chaser's Talent. Play Spire Bluff. Play Scalding Viper. Attack for 2. Don't you dare have a board wipe. I swear if that's a Sunfall. Close enough. Close enough. Alright. Well, let's go to level 2. And we'll get Sleight of Hand. Utilize it. Get a shock. He's going to flash back that card, isn't he? Yep. Alright. Shock goes bye-bye. Alright. Let's go and play that. Let's go to level 3. Well, at least this isn't the mono black discard deck. At least it has some other things it's doing. 3 mana for a Liliana of the Veil. Alright. Cool. Each player discards a card. Alright. It is discarded. Goes to level 2, then he goes to level 3. Oh, he did not go to level 3. Alright, well. Might as well just cast it. Really no point in attacking the Liliana right now. Yep.
One of your friends has to leave.
Okay, that is upsetting. How dare you draw that right now? Oh, well, that's a lot of land, so that's game. It's all good. These things happen. You can't let yourself get frustrated over it. All right. So, God forbid we get to play a card in a card. Yeah. Yeah. that is the frustrating thing. It's like whether you're having your spells countered or you're having your cards ripped out of your hand, it's rough. I mean, it's hard not to get frustrated over a strategy like that. You just kind of have to dust yourself off and try again. Because not every game is going to be like that. However, discard is really damn strong right now. What do you mean waiting for server? There we go, okay. Alright, so we get to go first this time, which is great. However, I have a ton of lands. I'm going to try to make this work. Thankfully, we get to go first, so we can potentially make it work. Hopefully we just don't draw any more land for the rest of the game. Okay? Let's go ahead and play. I'm going to play the Shivan Reef, and I'm going to plot the Slick Shot. I'm going to try and set up a good turn. Okay, the Blade Plains. Carrot Cake. Okay, so this is a Swarm deck. Alright, so let's go ahead and play. Actually, hang on. Let's play the Slick Shot first. Then we'll play the Monastery Swift Spear. Then I'm going to play the Sleight of Hand. Take 1 damage in the process. Get that Storm Chaser's talent. Then we play the Island for turn. Play the Storm Chaser's talent. And then we attack for 8. Do they block the Swift Spear? They do. I'm surprised. Typically a deck like that wants to just go as wide as possible, as quickly as possible. Temporary lockdown. Okay. Interesting. That's fine. So, we'll play the Eroded Canyon. Swift Spear. With a Ruckus. Then we attack for 3. Boom to 10. Windscarred Crag, they gain 1 life. Lightning Helix. Okay. Draw a card. Ooh, that's perfect. Alright. So, let's go ahead and Steam Clean that. Resolve. Okay, they scryed 1, and they scryed that to the bottom. So I'm going to Lightning Strike your face. And incentivize you to cast that temporary lockdown again next turn. Okay, you go to 8. Interesting. Temporary lockdown. I can't say I was expecting that. But it's a good thing I play things like the Scalding Viper. Okay, torches it, takes 1 damage in the process. Alright, that's gone. End turn. Now, hopefully, it doesn't get any more life this game, because that's really annoying. Urabrask's Forge. Okay. Alright, makes a 1/1. And attacks with the 1/1. Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty cool. I think this is Boris Control, which explains the lockdown. It just runs tokens to draw with Caretaker's talent. That's honestly pretty smart. Yeah, I like that. I might have to steal that tech. Alright. Storm Chaser's talent. Activate it. Get to level 2. Take this Lightning Strike. And try to burn him out. Okay. Lightning Helix. So that makes it a little bit more difficult to burn him out. But that doesn't mean we can't get there. Version Loyalty. Alright. A lot of token generation. Okay. So let's go ahead and play the Elusive Otter. And then we just kind of have to chill for a moment, unfortunately. He's probably going to play the Virtue. Oh, he plays a Beza. Well, that's not good. So he's going to gain 4 life here. I don't think I can race him anymore. So I think the best way we're going to have to go about this is getting another bounce spell for the temporary lockdown, getting our slick shot back, and just throwing everything into it. Resolve all. Now, got enough mana to lightning strike him. So we can lightning strike him. That's going to be 3, 4, 5, 6. It's really only going to be 6 damage. Yeah. Well, damage is damage. Basic can only... Oh, no, it can block the monster with Swift Spear. He does also have the carrot cake. He could sacrifice if he has 1 more mana. Alright, put him to 5. Beza is so good. Okay, there's the lockdown again. Just gonna remove everything except for Beza. Okay. Okay, that's gonna put me to 1. Do you have a lightning helix in hand? If you have a helix, you win. He's thinking about it. He's thinking about coming at me with both. Yeah, it's going to come down to this next turn. Okay. Draw something good. Ooh. All right. Let's find out. Either he has the lightning helix or he doesn't. Make him have it. Make him have it. Yes. Wow, that was close. That was real close. Oh my god. Yeah, that is an interesting deck. I kind of want to build it myself. Not quite the same as he has it. I think I might try it as Jeskai. Red, blue, white. Red, blue, white with... Yes, I got it. Red, blue, white with... Let's go to the collection. So, let's look at just Bloomburrow. Look at white. So, that enchantment. Let's look at the word talent. Okay, so this is the engine right here, right? So, whenever one or more tokens you control enter, draw a card. This ability triggers only once each turn. Level 2, create a token that's a copy of target token. Level 3, tokens get +2/+2. Okay, cool. So you run this in there, you run a ton of non-creature spells that create tokens. That's easy. There's so many ways to do that. But you also run this. Blue, red, Planeswalker. You run Ral. Ral will help you ramp this up. Because whenever you cast a non-creature spell, put a loyalty county on Ral. And there's your draw engine right there. +1 Great in Otter with prowess. -3, draw 3 cards, discard 2. Draw 3, or -10 is draw 3 cards, you get an emblem with instant and sorcery spells you cast have Storm. Yeah, build a control deck, run like Sunfall and other things like board wipes, things like that. That deck has potential. I like that. Yeah. If I were to build that deck, that's the direction I would go with it. Yeah, I would definitely run blue for also 3 steps ahead. Because 3 steps ahead, you can create a token. That's one of the options. Just saying. Okay, opponent goes first. Eroded Canyon, Shivan Reef, Mountain, Lightning Strike, and 3 Scalding Vipers. Okay, that's great for like the mid game. Not so hot for the open. So I think... God, I'm really tempted to keep it, though. You know what? The hell with it. Let's keep it and see what happens. Let's see what we're playing against here. Alright, take 1 damage. Okay, that's cool. I will play the Shivan Reef, play Storm Chaser's Talent. That'll give us an otter. Cool. I like otters. They're cute. Look at that little guy. He's just a happy little fella. Alright. Okay, so we're up against Abzan, it looks like. Snarling Gorehound. Okay. Self-mill action. I like it. Let's play this Mountain. And then... let's just set you back a turn. Put that back in your hand. Hit him for 2. I'm just going to play a bunch of Scalding Vipers over and over. Alright, another tapped land. Got a lot of tapped lands over there, friend. 2 Snarling Gorehounds. Very nice. Right, that in the graveyard. Alright, so let's go ahead. I'm going to... yeah. Alright, let's go sleight of hand. Autopay. Yeah, that prowess trigger. Yeah, give me the Swift Spear. Alright, play Swift Spear. Play Eroded Canyon, deal 1 to you. Attack like so. Double block the Monastery Swift Spear, probably. Yeah, that's what I thought. That's what I would have done. Alright, attack for 1. No land drop? Yeah, land drop. But it's another tapped land. See, like, all deserts over there? Yeah, he's playing all deserts. I love tinkering with different deck ideas. Coming from Commander, so much more accessible here. Yeah, it's just a shame that, like, actual Commander doesn't really exist in this game. Because that would be so cool. I would love that. Alright, take my Lightning Strike. Cool. Yeah, you do have, like, Timeless Brawl and Standard Brawl. But I honestly just really like having the option to play as many games as I want every day. Let's see. Let's go ahead and Scalding Viper. I'll put that back in your hand. And next, attack you. Get rid of that. And we'll play Scalding Viper. And yeah, I've often taken to building my standard decks from like a commander point of view. Like, choose like one card that you want to be your build around, and just kind of making it work. Like a single creature theme to build around, or a simple mechanic to build around. Like, this deck is all about prowess. Another Deep Cavern Bat. Okay, take that damage. This is an interesting deck. Not exactly what I was expecting. I was kind of expecting a Insidious Root style deck. Alright. Sure. Let's go and clean that up. Let's just get rid of that. And then we'll attack. From the 8. I have drawn all 4 of my Scalding Vipers this turn, or this game. This is bananas. I'm just going to start putting Vipers on the table. Because a deck like that is not going to be able to handle it. What you gonna do, friend? Alright. Spribble of Canal. Play them both. Alright, take 2. That's the best part. It's like, even if you try to remove it, you're still going to take some damage. I do have a sleight of hand in the graveyard. I can make use of that next turn. Okay, take 2. Okay, we did the Offspring. That's cool. Snarling Gorehound. I can kind of see why you're running all deserts now, because like the Iridescent Vine Lasher. Looks like your plan is to just like peck your opponent to death. Okay. Go ahead and crack the Fabled Passage. Do 2 more damage to me. I do really like this card. The Iridescent Vine Lasher is a really good card. Drop Cure. Alright, take 2 more. Alright, do your things. That's a lot of triggers you got there, friend. Okay, so he can attack me and heal for 1 exactly. Do I have a shock in the graveyard? I do not. Alright. Goes to 2. Perfect. That's game. Off the top. Not too bad. Okay, so we've been playing for 2 hours, 49 minutes. So I think I'm going to go to 3 hours, and that's where we're going to call it. So we're going to squeeze a couple more games in. Early morning tomorrow? All right, have a good rest of your night. Thanks for hanging out with me tonight. Yeah, I think we were going to call it at the 3 hour mark. So in 10 more minutes. I think this has been a pretty decent stream. The beginning was a little rough. It was a little rough. But I think we're kind of hitting our stride a little bit. Okay. Opponent goes first. You never like that. But we have Island, Mountain, Mountain, Elusive Otter, 2 Lightning Strikes, and a Slicky. So I think I'll keep it. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? Is he gonna mulligan? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He's got 7 cards in hand. He might mulligan. You never know. There we go. Okay. Inspiring Vantage. That's an old version of it. What you gonna do? Okay, there we go. Flowerfoot Swordmaster. Alright, I will play an otter. So what's this do? Whenever this creature becomes the target of a spell or ability you control for the first time each turn, mice you control get +1/+0 until end of turn. Okay. And it has offspring. That's pretty cool. Oh, another one. That's not good. And Heartfire Hero. That's the problem, child. No blocks. Alright. Let's go Mountain. And then we will attack for 1. See how they block. Relax, boys. Okay. So what we'll do is Lightning Strike that. So it becomes a 2/2. And kills the Flowerfoot Swordmaster. There you go. That was pretty good. That ended up in our favor. Mabel. Alright. That's fine. Alright, let's go and play the Shivan Reef. And then I will play the Storm Chaser's Talent into a Lightning Strike. Get rid of that. And then we attack for 3. Pop! Equipped creature has +1/+1, Vigilance, Trample, and Haste. Well, at least it doesn't have a lifelink. Cheeky house mouse! Oh my god. Alright, cool. I'm into it. Alright, you got a mouse. Doom, 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 doom. Alright, grip 2. Oh gosh. Okay, yeah. No blocks. Pick 6. Alright. We play the... Do we play the... No. We play the Mountain. And then we play a Slick Shot. Then we play a Demonic Ruckus on this guy. And attack. Do you want to block with the cheeky house mouse? There you go. That's what I was hoping. Yeah, equip it. Comes on over. Oh, okay. Doesn't have double strike, does it? That would suck. Alright, Shivan Reef. What's in my graveyard? 2 lightning strikes, huh? Okay. Whale. Give me that lightning strike back. And I will just attack with the Slick Shot. Keep the elusive otter ready. One red. They might have enough to kill me this turn. I'm hoping not, but they might. Uh-oh. Okay. Emberheart Challenger. The box. Make them have it. Well, looks like they had it. Good game. Yeah, come on in, man. Monstrous Rage. Really good card. Okay, I think we got time for one more. Let's hopefully end on a victory. Elder John. Alright, Elder John. Let's see what you got. Alright, so I have Eroded Canyon, Shivan Reef, and Mountain for a Monastery Swift Spear, 2 Lightning Strikes, and a Scalding Viper. I'll keep it. Okay, so we'll open with Mountain and a Monastery Swift Spear. Attack for 1. By playing the Mountain first, we can pretend that we're not a 2-color deck. Let's see. Let's go Shivan Reef. Alright, give him the 1. Play Scalding Viper. Got a counterspell for it? He does. It takes 2 in the process. I'm okay with that. 3 Addercar Wastes. That's not good for you, friend. Alright, let's go and play Island and Monastery Swift Spear. We attack. We cast a Lightning Strike. Union of the Third Path. Okay. Takes the damage. Takes more damage. I do really like that card. Union of the Third Path is a pretty decent card for, like, stalling. Hey, pup. How you doing? Ooh, 3 steps ahead, huh? Draw 2 cards and discard a card. He is scrambling. He's trying to find something. Alright, let's go ahead and play the Eroded Canyon. Deal 1 more to him. And we attack. Oh, shoot. I should have cast the spell. I got a little button crazy there. Hey, Bum Bum. How you doing, buddy? Aw, Sunfall. Okay. Alright, let's go ahead and Lightning Strike him. Okay, Storm Chaser's talent. Play the Shivan Reef. Activate. To get our Lightning Strike back. Alright, let's see what they do. Thundertrap Trainer. With the top 4 cards of your library, you may reveal a non-creature, non-land card from among them. Put it into your hand, with the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. Okay. So he impulses. Yeah. He didn't have anything. Alright, cool. I'm into that. Okay, so that is our run for the evening. We are in Diamond 3 with 2 pips. When we started tonight, we were in Diamond 4 with 2 pips. So I call that an overall win. I am going to take one last look at my untapped.gg profile, because I want to see what my win rate is now. Okay, let's take a look. So overall, 56%. Get Slicky is still a 57% win rate deck. And honestly, for me, that's a pretty good win rate. For all the games that we played, 52 and 39. That's damn near like 100 games. Like, not too bad. 57% win rate. I'm going to call that a win, especially because this deck started as a starter deck upgrade. Here's a fun thing you can do. If you use this website, you can click into the deck and you can see every version of the deck that you've played. So like here, version 3 has a win rate 56%, on play 61%, on draw 50. We played 34 and 27 matches of this version of the deck. It also shows you what changes you made to your deck and all of your games played with it. Now version 2, we made a few changes like right here, and then we have the original version. Does it show it? Okay, looks like it doesn't show the original version. But the original version of the deck was the starter deck. So maybe the data fell off for that. But yeah, there we go. So 57%, I call that a win in my book. So that'll be that. Okay, so to all of you who are still here tonight, I thank you very much for joining me in tonight's gameplay. And I think the next stream will probably be around this time next weekend. I don't really stream too much during the week. That's when I usually work on editing videos and things like that. So you'll probably see me again this time either on next Saturday or next Sunday. So until then, thank you, and keep an eye on the channel, and you'll likely see me again. So take care for now. Good night, everyone.